they don't have faith. They're not even believers. They're not real believers. Allah says in the Quran, وَلَوْ أَنَّنَا نَزَّلْنَا إِلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةَ وَكَلَّمَهُمُ الْمَوْتَى وَحَشَرْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ كُلُّ شَيْءٍ قُبُلًا مَا كَانُوا لِيُؤْمِنُوا. Allah says even if they were to speak to the dead and they would see the angels, they would not be believers. So what does it mean to believe in the unseen? It's not that your eyes and your hands and your senses see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's that your heart sees Allah. That's what it is. When you have faith in the unseen, you don't need to see with your eyes when your heart has seen the truth, when your heart has reached conviction. A man comes to Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib, and he tells him, وَقَدْ سَأَلَهُ ذِعْلِبِ الْيَمَانِ. A man by the name of ذِعْلِبِ الْيَمَانِ, he tells Amir al-Mu'mineen, هَلْ رَأَيْتَ رَبَّكَ يَا أَمِيرَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Have you seen your Lord, O Amir al-Mu'mineen? So Imam Ali alayhi salam, he replies, أَفَأَعْبُدُ مَا لَا أَرَى. How can I worship something that I have not seen? How can I worship something that I haven't seen? So the man, he tells Amir al-Mu'mineen, وَكَيْفَ تَرَى. How do you see your Lord? Then the Imam alayhi salam, he answers, he says, لا تدركه العيون بمشاهدة العيان ولكن تدركه القلوب بحقائق الإيمان. He says, God cannot be perceived by the eyes. Your eyes cannot see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even if you had the strongest vision, you would not be able to see Allah, but your heart can comprehend Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your heart can understand that there is a Lord that exists. And this is in Nahjul Balagha, sermon 177. So from this, we understand that there are two types of sightings to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is a materialistic image or view, a perception of Allah, that is impossible for any person. Whoever tells you that they could see God or they're going to see God, this is a wrong belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there are some Muslims in Bukhari, there's a hadith where the Prophet, he tells the Muslims, look at the full moon. They're looking at a full moon. He tells them on the day of judgment, the mu'mineen are going to see the face of Allah. The face of Allah, just like you are looking at this full moon. Now, obviously, we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He had a face, if He had a body, then that means God would be limited, right? So our whole argument with Christians that Allah doesn't have a body, then the whole argument of Tawheed, when we say, لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. What does that mean? That means that nothing resembles Allah. You cannot limit Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But there are some people, because they have a hard time believing in the ghaib, they have a hard time believing in the unseen, so they've come and they've given Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a physical image. So here, through this hadith, we understand that there are two types of sightings. One, you could never see, and that is you can't see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala physically, contain Allah physically. However, there's a ru'ya, ma'nawiyya, qalbiyya, aqliyya. A sighting that is based off of the intellect. Remember we talked about the intellect as the first theme? That is how you could see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your heart can see Allah. You can understand and comprehend Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we said, believing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, regarding belief in the unseen, there are several messages. One is that faith is equal to belief in the unseen. If you don't believe in the unseen, then that means there's a problem with your faith. If you're not willing to believe in something that is behind our senses, something that we